Now some watches or rings can be written as call. Now first, now 66 to 70. How many questions were given? 5 questions. These 5 first or the second? Definitely first priority. Syllogisms are 2, 5 questions were given. Rarest of the rare case. Maximum you can have 3 questions these days. ఈ రోజుల్లో ఇచ్చేది 3 ఇస్తున్నాడు maximum. 5 ఇచ్చాడంటే you are the most luckiest. Now some of the watches are what? Rings. Now these are the watches that are rings. Some watches are rings. Then, and only a few rings are bangles. Some of the rings are bangles, but not all. That means this entire ring cannot be a part of bangle. మా కొన్ని రింగ్స్ మాత్రమే బ్యాంగిల్స్ అవుతాయి, అన్నీ కాదు. అంటే రింగ్స్ అన్నీ బ్యాంగిల్స్ కాదు. Then, and no Chinese bangle. No Chinese bangle, no intersection between chain and a bangle. Chain cannot be intersected here. Then first one, all chains are rings is a part. మా చైన్స్ అన్ని రింగ్స్ అయ్యే ఛాన్స్ ఉంది అన్నాడు. మా చైన్స్ అన్ని ఇందులోకి రావచ్చా రాకూడదు? ఇలా పాసిబుల్ ఆర్ నాట్ పాసిబుల్? Yes, it is possible. All chains are rings is a part. Some watches are not chain. No watch is a chain. Some watches are not chain true. ఇది ఫాల్స్ అంటే ఏం చేయాలి? ఆల్ వాచెస్ ఆర్ చైన్. యాజ్ ఆఫ్ నో బేసిక్ డయాగ్రామ్లో ట్రూ అయింది ఈ డయాగ్రామ్. ఇది ఫాల్స్ అంటే ఆల్ వాచెస్ ఆర్ చైన్. పాసిబుల్ ఆర్ నాట్ పాసిబుల్? Hence alternate diagram to previous conclusion false. Then what is your answer? Only one. Only one that is given in choice to question number 66. Then 67. Now 67, all TVs are computers. Now these are the TVs that are computer. All TVs are computers. And no TV is a mobile. No intersection between TV and a mobile. And all radios are computers. Now these are the radios that are computers. All radios are computers. All radios are computers. All TVs are computers. And no TV is a mobile. And some mobiles are radios. Mobile is here, radio is here, that is false. Then, no radio is a mobile, definitely. But no radio is a mobile, true and you some radios are mobile. Let us go check. Yes, then no radio is a mobile is false. Then, some radios or mobiles will be true. Then what is your answer? Either one or two. Either one or two, choice one, question number 67. And 67, what is your answer? No radio, some mobiles are radio. Then next one. And question number 68. Now in this 68, what is given here? All cycles are bikes. Now these are the cycles that are bike, and no bike is a bus. No bike is bus means no intersection between bike and a bus. Then only a few cycles are autos. Now some of the cycles are autos, but not all. Entire cycle cannot be part of auto. Then some cycles are not autos, definitely true. And no bus is a cycle, definitely true. As no bus is a cycle is true. To make this one false, then we need to prove some buses are cycle. Is it possible? Is it possible? But no bus ఇక్కడ ఉంది, cycle ఇక్కడ ఉంది. Now ఇది false అవ్వాలంటే ఏం చేయాలి? Some buses are cycles అని చెప్పాలి. Now ఇందులో బస్సులో తీసుకునే ఛాన్స్ ఉందా? No. Why it is no? Because no bike is a bus statement will be invalid. Statement is invalid. Alternate diagram cannot be true, and so this will be true forever. Clear? And 68, it is true. Then what is the next one we have? And next, first one, some cycles are not autos. Now to make this one false, all cycles are autos in Japan. All cycles are autos avutunda? Avadu. Endukante only some cycles are autos, but not all. Clear? Hence, alternate diagram cannot be drawn. Hence, both 1 and 2. Both 1 and 2, what is your answer? Choice 1, question number 68. Done with this, 68, it is choice 1. Then next one, and 69. Now in this 69, what is given in this one, 69? And no paper is pencil. No paper is pencil, this is a paper, and this is pencil. No paper is pencil, no intersection between paper and a pencil. All pencils are books. Now this entire pencils is a part of our book, and all pens are papers. Now these are the pens that are paper. Then no pen is a book. No pen is a book, definitely true. Then next one, some pencils are pens. Some pencils are pens, that is false. No pen is book is true. To make this one, some pens are books. Now some pens are book, a chance unda? Can you write book like this or not? Yes. Now paper cannot be intersected with the pencil. Now we can able to write like this. And alternate diagram to previous conclusion form. At the same time, some pencils are pens true in the, and some pencils are pens, that is false. Clear? Hence what is your answer? Neither one not. Neither 1 nor 2 choice. Choice 3, 69. Then coming to 70. Now in this 70, what is given in this 70 here? Only a few bags are bottles. Now some of the bags are bottles but not all. Only some bags but not all. Entire bag cannot be part of bottle. And no bottle is a box. No bottle is a box, no intersection between bottle and a box. And all bats are boxes. Now these are the bats that are boxes. Clear? Bat are boxes. Then some bottles can never be bags. Now some bottles can never be bags and the meaning and Japan. Some bottles can never be. Can never be ante some bottles are bags is not possible. And clear? Some bottles are not bags is not possible. Then possible or not possible? Some bottles are bags is not possible or not. Some bottles are bags. Now some bottles are bags is not possible. And now not even a single బాటిల్ ఈజ్ పాసిబుల్ అవునా కదా, ఒక్కడు కూడా పాసిబుల్ అవ్వట్లేదు అంటే మీనింగ్ ఏంటి? ఒక్కడు కూడా పాసిబుల్ అవ్వలేదు అంటే ఏ ఒక్కడు కూడా కాదు. క్లియర్? హెన్స్ సమ్ బాటిల్స్ ఆర్ అండ్ కెన్ నెవర్ బి బ్యాగ్స్. దట్ మీన్స్ హియర్ ఇన్ దిస్ వన్ నో బాటిల్ ఈజ్ ఎ బ్యాగ్ అవునా కదా. యాజ్ నో బాటిల్ ఈజ్ ఎ నో ఇదేంటి బ్యాటిల్ సారీ బాటిల్ ఇక్కడ ఉంది, ఇంకేముందమ్మా బ్యాగ్ ఇక్కడ ఉంది. నౌ సమ్ బాటిల్స్ ఆర్ బ్యాగ్స్. నౌ ఇన్ దిస్ కేస్ some bottles can never be bags అంటే ఏమవుతుంది? ఆల్ బాటిల్స్ ఆర్ బ్యాగ్. మా ఆల్ బాటిల్స్ ఆర్ బ్యాగ్స్ అవుతుందా? ఆల్ బాటిల్స్ ఆర్ బ్యాగ్స్ అవుతుందా? అవ్వదు కదా. ఎందుకు అవ్వదు? బికాజ్ ఓన్లీ a few bags are bottles but not all. Hence this entire bottle can be a part of bag అన్నాడు. మరి బాటిల్ అన్ని బ్యాగ్లోకి రావచ్చా లేదా? ఇలా రావచ్చు కదా బాటిల్. మరి ఏది మాట్లాడుతున్నాం? బాటిల్. ఈ బాటిల్ ఇందులోకి రావచ్చా లేదా? వచ్చు. వచ్చినప్పుడు ఏమైపోయింది? ఆల్ బాటిల్స్ ఆర్ బ్యాగ్స్ అని ట్రూ అయింది. ఆల్ బాటిల్స్ ఆర్ బ్యాగ్స్ ట్రూ అయితే వీడేమన్నాడు? సమ్ బాటిల్స్ ఆర్ నాట్ బ్యాగ్స్ అన్నాడు. అండ్ అది ట్రూ అయిందా ఫాల్స్ అయిపోయిందా? ఫాల్స్ అయిపోయింది. ఫర్ దిస్ వన్ అండ్ దిస్ ఎంటైర్ బాటిల్ కెన్ బి ఎ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ బ్యాగ్. హెన్స్ సమ్ బాటిల్స్ ఆర్ నాట్ బ్యాగ్స్ విల్ బి ఫాల్స్. Done? Then next one. What is the second one we have? Some boxes are bags is a part. మా బాక్స్ బ్యాగ్ కలవచ్చా లేదా? మా బ్యాగ్ ఇలా రాసుకోవచ్చు కదా. బ్యాగ్ ఇలా రాస్తాం, బ్యాగ్తో బాటిల్ రాసుకుంటాం. Hence possible. What is your answer? Only two. Only two choice for question number 71. Then next is 72 onwards. Now in this 72 what is given here? And it is based on and square table. Now square table first are the second priority. First priority. Now 8 persons were there. 8 persons, 4 at the centers and 4 at the corners. Now 4 at the centers and 4 at the corners were given. And there are 4 persons who are at the corners, and the persons who are at the corners are facing away from the center, and centers are facing towards the center. All the persons who are at the centers are facing towards, and these persons are away from the center. Then coming back to this. Now C sits third to the right of D. Now where is this C? C is third to the right of whom? Third to the right of D. C is seated third to the right of D, and H is to the immediate left of C. Where is this H? H is to the immediate left hand side of C. And only 2 people between H and G. Now between H and G, how many people? There are only 2 people. And A does not sit adjacent to B. Now A and B are not adjacent to each other. And B sits second to the left of G. Where is this B? B is seated second to the left hand side of G. Then E sits adjacent to. E is not adjacent to whom? And C and H. E is not adjacent to C and A sits at one of the corners of the table. A is at one of the corners of the table, that is a different information. But whereas no information that is in link with A. మా ఏతో ఇంకేదైనా లింక్ ఉందా లేదు. And this information will be useful to eliminate the possibilities. And as of now it cannot be used. దీంతో స్టార్ట్ చేయడం. Then directly let us start with this one. C is south to the right of D అన్నాం. C is south to the right of D. How many possibilities we have? 2 possibilities. Clear? C is south to the right of D. C can be corner or at the center. రెండు పాసిబిలిటీస్ కదా. అండ్ C at the corner and C at the center దీంతో మొదలు పెడదాం. Whenever there is a definite information is not given, then this is how you can directly start with the first information by taking the possibilities. మా పాసిబిలిటీస్ ఇక్కడ ఏమున్నాయి చెప్పండి. Now centers are facing the center and corners are away from the center అన్నాం. Corners are away from the center. Then coming back. Now you can have C at the center or C at the corner. But in the possibilities, at any center or at any corner. And C is seated third to the right of D. C is seated third to the right of D, then D will be here. Now C is seated third to the right of D, then D will be here. And C is seated third to the right of whom? Third to the right of D. C is seated third to the right of D, then H and C. H is to the immediate left of C. Now H is to the immediate left of C, and H is to the immediate left of C. And H is to the immediate left. Then C and D done. Then H and G, there are exactly two people. Now between H and G, there are exactly two people. Hence G can be either here or G can be here. Then and G. And H and G, there are exactly two people. Now G can be here or G can be here, two possibilities. Then if G is here, ikkada G unte. Then next one, B is seated second to the left of G. Is it possible? No. Then G cannot be at this place, hence G must be here. Ma G ikkada unte. B is seated second to the left of G. Now here again, if G is at this place, if G is here, B is seated second to the left of G, not possible. Hence G cannot be at this place. As G cannot be here, then where should this G be? G must be here. Ma G ekkada unte. Then B is seated second to the left of G. B ekkada undali, B must be here. Done? And E is not adjacent to C and H. E is not adjacent to C and H, E must be here. And E is not adjacent to C and H, E must be here. Then the next one, A and B are not adjacent, A is here. And A and B are not adjacent, A is here. A is at one of the corners of the table. Ikkada is center. Mundu cheppanu. That is, and this information will be useful to eliminate the possibilities. And it is not useful to determine the direction. Arrangement. దీంతో స్టార్ట్ చేసే అరేంజ్మెంట్ మనకు సెట్ కాదు ఎక్కడ. Then directly we need to take the first one. Then who is the person left over? F is the person left. Done with this? 71 to 70. మనం ఏం చేస్తుంటే డెఫినెట్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ దొరికింది కదని అక్కడ మొదలు పెట్టేస్తాం. మొదలు పెడితే దానికి లింక్ ఎక్కడ దొరకదు. పాసిబిలిటీస్ ఎక్కువ అయిపోతాయి. Then 76 to 79. Now in this 76 to 79, let us start working with this 76 to 79. Must start with the 76. First are the second priority. And definitely under the first priority here. Now in this relation between G and E, U is here, G is here. Which element is common? D is common. As D is common, then U to D. And which element is common? D. U lesser than or equals to D. G lesser than or equals to D. D greater than or equals to G. Now between U and G, opposite symbol, no relation. Opposite symbol, no relation. N and R. N is here, R is here. And N equals to D. In the place of D, you can take it as N. N greater than R, definitely true. And so what is your answer? Only two. Only two, choice for question number 76. Then 77, V and X. V is here, X is here. From V to X, opposite symbol, no relation. The next one, G and Q. G is here, Q is here. Opposite symbol, no relation. V is not equals to anything else. Hence, neither one nor two choice. Then 78. Now 78, M and E. M is here, E is here. Now, M is here, E is here. Which element is common? Z is common. Now, M to Z, M lesser than Z. And at the same time, M to Z greater than or equals to E, and Z greater than or equals to E. Now between M and Z, opposite symbol. Opposite symbol, no relation. And then V and O. O is here, V is here. Which element is common? Z is common. Z greater than or equals to O. And at the same time, and Z and V. And V lesser than Z, V lesser than Z. Again opposite symbol. No relation between these two. Then you need to get neither. But it's here, E equals to what? O. In the place of O, you can take it as E. And M equals to V. In the place of E, we can take it as M. That means M is either lesser than E or M can be greater than or equals. All the three symbols were present in two conclusions between same letters M and E. Hence, what is your answer? Either one or two, choice 4. Then 78, choice. Then 79. Must 79, B and X. X is here, B is here. X greater than B. B lesser than X. K and H. H is here, K is here. Now H to K, opposite symbol, no relation. Only one. 79 choice. Then coming to question number 18. Now in this 80 word formation. What are the letters we need to take here? 2, 5, 6, 9. Now 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now EDRA. With the help of these four. RADE, right, is one. Next one, DIRE, dire. But dire ane word unda? And you have to face dire consequences under. Very extreme consequences. Then, and if you are not writing these examinations regularly and attending for explanation classes, you have to face dire consequences. And how many words? 2 words. Now 2 words means more than one such word. Z choice 3, question number 8. Then coming to 81. Now in this 81, now it is based on number system. Then what is the number we have? 2, 5, 9, 6, 7, 8. Now 2, 5, 9, 6, 7, 8 is the number we have. Then all the digits are arranged in descending order. Now the digits are arranged in the descending order. Descending order 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 2. And within, then what is the sum of the digits, which is second from the right and third from the left. Second from the right is 5, third from the left is 7. Now 5 plus 7, 12, choice for 81. Then 82 to 86. Now in this 82 to 86, it is based on now digit. Now in this digit sequence 82 to 86, how many numbers are there? Each of which is immediately followed by an odd number and preceded by cube. Clear? And preceded by a perfect cube. Ma cube రావాలి. Cube అంటే ఏముంటే చెప్పండి, సింగిల్ డిజిట్. సింగిల్ డిజిట్లో క్యూబ్ అయితే 1 రావాలి లేదా 8 రావాలి. Clear? You need to find out from 1. Now with the help of 1 and 1 number and odd. సరిపోయిందా లేదా? And 8. 8 is a cube, number odd. How many are as of now? 2. Then 8 is a cube, 3 is a number, 1 is odd. Again here 1 is a cube, 9 is a number, 5 is odd. My next thing ఎక్కడైనా ఉందా? 1. 1, 8 and 6. 8 cube. Cube is the number. It is an again odd. The next one 1, 5. 1, 5. Anything else here? 1, 5, 6. The next one 8. Odd రావాలి. The next one 8. Odd రావాలి. 8, 2, 7. సరిపోయిందా లేదా? 8 is odd, 2 is number, 7 is an odd number. Then how many are there of such type? 3. 3 choice 3, question number 82. Then 83, all the prime numbers are removed. Prime numbers are removed. From then which are the following number is 14 from the right hand. Now 14 from the right without a prime number. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then 9, 10, 11, 12. Then next one 13, 14. And 13. What is this 13 here? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 11, 12, 13. Now 13. And next one 14. What is your answer? 9. 9 choice. Because 1 is neither a prime nor a composite. Clear? Then choice. 1 is non-prime. Then 84. Now this 84 are how many even numbers? Each of which is immediately followed by a square. Even number followed by a square number. Now even number followed by a square. Then tell me how many are there? Even followed by a square. First we need to find out the square. 4 is a square, it is not followed. Even number followed by a square. Then next one 9. Now 1 is not. Number 1. 1 is a square. Even number. Even number followed by what? A square. Now 6. And 6 is an even number followed by 4 a square. And next one 4. 1. 1. 1 is not an even number followed by a square. 5. 8. And 6 is followed by 4. And 4 is an even number followed by square cause. And next thing come. And 2. 2 is followed by 9. 9 is a square. And 6 and 4, 8 and 6. And none of them are followed by squares. Then even number. My even number. Now this 6 is again. And 6 followed by square. 4 followed by square. 4 is an even number. 9 is a square. Next one and even followed by square. And even followed by square. And so many are there altogether? 6. 6 is that is choice. 84. The next one 85. if 2 is subtracted from all the odd numbers and 1 is added to all the even numbers, which other number will be? 11th from the left hand. 11th from the left hand you need to count. Directly take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What is the number we have? 5. Now 5 is what? Odd number. Odd number 1 is and 2 is subtract. 5 minus 2, 3 choice. Clear? For this purpose, no necessary for you to convert all the digits. Directly find the 11th element, from that one you need to operate. Then what will the sum of the elements which are 8th and 14th from the right and left? 8th from the right, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 14th and 8th and 14th, 8th from the right and 14th from the left. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. What is your answer? 6 plus 9, 15 choice. 86. Then 87 onwards. Now 87 is certain number of people were there. Certain number of people, make 14, 15, 16. First or the second priority? Second priority. I say only 2 people in between W and K. Now in between W and K, how many? Exactly 2. And A is to the immediate left of K. I must start them. And only 2 people between W and K can be like this. Only 2 people between K and W. And A is to the immediate left of K. And here again, A is to the immediate left of K. Only 2 people sit to the right of K. And only 2 people sit to the right of K. And make pen, this is invalid. And R sits at one of the extremities. R is at an end. T sits exactly between. Now W and S. T is exactly between these two. X is seated second to the left of what? G. X is seated second to the left of G. Number of people between W and A is 1 more than to the left of X. W and A how many? 1. 1 is 1 more than what? 1 is 1 more than 0. Isn't it? And it's to the left hand side of X is 0. And X must be left extreme. Number of persons in between W and A, how many? In between W and A, how many? 1 is 1 more than to the left hand side of X. And X is seated second to the left of G. X and G, there is exactly 1. X and G, second to the left. S is to the immediate right of G. S is here, S is to the immediate right of G. And next one, A sits out to the right of N. A is out to the right of N and W. A is out. 1 person between N and T. 1 person between M and T. T is exactly between W and S. N and T, how many persons? 1 person. Now T is exactly between W and S. Now between W and S, T is exactly between. Now how many persons? 1, 2. And here T is exactly between W and S. Now S and T, 2 people. T and W, 2 people. T is exactly between W and S. X is. R sits at one of the extreme and R is here. None. And only 1 person between N and T, we are done with this. And how many people are there? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now total number of persons 15, choice by 88. Then 87 is there. And how many are in between N and G? Now in between N and G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now 5 in between N and G, that is choice 3. Then 89, and which of the following is true? And only 3 in between N and S. Now in between N and S, how many? 3, that is false. R sits second to the right of A, that is false. N sits to the right of S. N is to the right hand side of S, that is definitely true, choice 3. Then 98th, and E sits second to the right of H unknown. Now E is seated second to the right of whom? H. E is seated second to the right of H. H, E is seated second. Then what is the position of E with respect to K? Now E is seated second to the right of H. E is seated second to the right of. What is the position of E with respect to K? Now E is seated second to the right of H. Where is it possible? E and H must be in the alternate places. Alternate places is possible only here. H ikkada, E ikkada. E is seated second. Is it anywhere possible here? No. Then, and C is seated second to the right of H. And what is the position of E with respect to K? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now fifth to the left hand side. Now fifth left choice for 90. Then 91. Four of the following odd one out. R and W. R and W 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth to the left. R and W fifth left. S and T. S and. Now between R and W there are two vacant places. S and T there are two vacant places. G and W. G and W there are three vacant places. And G is to the left. R is to the left, right of W. S is. R and W. R and W, how many persons in between? 1, 2, 3, 4. And between S and T, how many? There are two. G and W, how many? G and W, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. K and S, how many? K and S, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. N and G, how many? N and G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. What is the odd one? Choice fit. Except choice fit. In the remaining, in between these two persons, even number of persons. Then 92. What is given in this 92? Landscape is the word given. Now landscape. Now in this word landscape, how many such pairs of letters? Starting with L. L, M, N, there is a pair. L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. N, O, P, Q, R, S, T. D, E, F, G, H, I. S, T, U, V, W. C, D, E, F. A, B, C, and so on. Forward there is only one. Reverse. F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. P, Q, R, S, there is a possible. T, U, V, W. A, B, C, D, there is a possible. E, F, G. C, D, E, F, G, H. S, T, U, V, W. D, F, G, and so on. And how many are there? 3. Choice 1, question number 92. Then 93 onwards. 93 onwards, first or the second. And definitely first priority. Clear? Then G is the brother-in-law of R. And G is the brother-in-law of R. And G has no siblings or not. G has no siblings. G is the brother-in-law of R. That means R's and G has no siblings. Now G has no siblings. R is the brother-in-law of G. That means R's spouse's brother. Because G has no siblings. But in this case here, G is the brother-in-law of R. G has a sibling. G has a sibling also. Is it possible? No. As it is not possible here, then that means R is here, R's sibling and siblings spouse. Sibling spouses. G has no sibling. Then G is the brother-in-law of whom? R. And G is ML. R's sister's husband is G. Then B is the mother-in-law of H. And S has no sons. D is the sibling of K. Now D is the sibling of whom? D is the sibling of. And G is the brother. B is the mother-in-law of H. Now B is the mother-in-law of whom? H. Sorry, B is the mother-in-law. Mother-in-law of H means, that means B is the mother-in-law of H. Now H's spouse's mother is B. B is the mother-in-law. Yes. D is the sibling of K. V is the brother of B. Now V and B are siblings to each other. V is the brother. S is the grandmother of K. Now S is the grandmother of whom? K. K is the nephew of R. Now K is the nephew of R, you can take K here. K is the nephew of whom? K is the nephew of R. Then M is the parent of G. Now who is the parent of G? M is the parent of G. And B is the spouse of M. Now B is married to this one. And B is the spouse, B is a female, M is a male. Now B is the grandmother of whom? H. H is here. B is the grandmother of. Now V is the brother of B. V is the brother of. Then S is the grandmother of whom? K. Now D and K are siblings to each other. Grandmother. Now grandmother, S is the grandmother. Done. And next one has no sons. S has no sons. And both these two persons are daughters. Done with this? And how is D related to H? Now D related to H, manaki information though. And B is the mother-in-law. S says D is the sibling of K. V is the brother of B. S is the grandmother, G has only one son. Who is that one? K. And D is the daughter. One son and a daughter. How is D related to H? Daughter, choice 93. 94. If Q is the spouse of S, now Q and S are married. S is a female, Q is a male. Then, how is Q related to G? G is spouse's mother. Spouse's mother, mother-in-law. Mother-in-law, choice 194. Then, who is the nephew of V? Now, V is nephew G. G, choice 4, question number 95. Then 96 to 100. Now, in this 96 to 100, 8 people were there and attending on meeting either on 15th or 24th of Jan, March, June, November. Now, Jan, and Jan, what are the dates we have? Jan 15, Jan 24. March 15, March 24. Jan, March, then Jan, March, June and November. Now, June 15 and June 24. And November. November 15, November 24. When they get the information, then out of it. Now, how many persons were there? There are some 8 persons. Now, 8 persons were there. Then these persons were born in 8 different months in the same year. Now, first or the second priority. No parameter added, definitely under the first priority. Then no other person. D is attending the meeting. In a month having 31 days. Now 31 days in Japani, only 2. Now D attending the meeting in the month but not in odd number date. D even number date. D can be Jan 24 or March 24. How many possibilities? 2 possibilities. Then only 3 people between D and E. Now in the first case E is here. Only 3. Now in the second case E must be at the last. D and E 3 people. And H is attending the meeting immediately before E. H is immediately before E, H is immediately before. As many between H and F, A and F. H and F, A and F. That means F is exactly between H and E. F is exactly between H and E. Then F is exactly between H and E. G is attending the meeting immediately after C. Immediately after C, who is at one G? More than 3 people between C and A. Now between C and A, how many? More than 3. More than 3 means greater than or equals to 4. More than 3 means greater than or equals to 4. Now we need to take this C and G. Now let us start with this C and G now, possibility. Now C and G, if you take like this, C and G. C is here, G is here. Then, now F is exactly between H and A is not possible. Are you getting this one or not? And this case, C and G at this place is not possible. Then C and G. Make it chance on the C and G. Then F is exactly between. Now, F can be here. If F is here, then A will be here, F and A. Now, if you have like this, the number of between C and A greater than or equals to 4. Here we are having only 3. Is it possible? No. Hence, F cannot be like. As F cannot be here, then can we have F at this place? Now, in between H and F, how many? 1 person. A and F, there is exactly 1 person, A is. Now between C and A, more than 4 persons. Valid or invalid? Then who is the person left over? B. Now B is, this is the final arrangement. Clear? Hence that is the reason we bring this one under the first priority. 96 to 100. Done with this? 96 to 100.